Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at a little clip here from Trump in the Rose Garden and an article from ABC News. Now the reason why I'm covering this is because it's kind of funny. They literally have this video clip which Trump states that under a national emergency, he could build the wall. Then they tried to spin it that he would declare a national emergency to get the funding for the wall because they don't want to admit that he could do that and actually just build the fucking wall under the fact that it would be considered a national emergency when it comes to the fact of the security of the nation. Now, this was published on January 4th, and it's written by Catherine Falders, John Santucci, and Elizabeth McLaughlin. So we're going to quickly watch the clip here, and then we're going to get into the article itself.
Have you considered using emergency powers to grant yourself authorities to build this wall without congressional approval? And second,
yes,
on
I have.
Mexico, you have?
Yes, I have. And I can do it if I want.
So you don't need congressional approval to build the wall?
No, we can use them. Absolutely. We can call a national emergency because of the security of our country. Absolutely. No, we can do it. I haven't done it. I may do it. I may do it. But we can call a national emergency and build it very quickly. And it's another way of doing it. But if we can do it through a negotiated process, we're giving that a shot.
So is that a threat hanging over the Democrats?
I never threaten anybody. But I am allowed to do that, yes.
This government,
Which he is allowed to do that, declare a national emergency. And it's not a threat. He's trying to work with them. He's like, look, I'll give you something. Now, you can either work with me on this, or you ain't getting a goddamn thing, and we're still going to have the wall. And you're going to look like shit. Because he isn't the one that's going to look like shit. He truly isn't. And that's what they don't understand. The Democrats honestly think that this is a winning battle. This is going to be a hill that they're going to die on. They don't grasp that this is a situation that has been put in the forefront of the American nation. And up until recently, the Democrats themselves were talking about border security and building, fencing and all this other stuff. They didn't necessarily go up to the wall, but they wanted a secure border. Now things have changed because they want to import all these people that are going to breed and produce Democrat voters, or at least they tend to. So you take that into account, along with the fact that a lot of these illegals who cross the border that have no respect for our laws because they're willingly ignoring them and not wanting to adhere to them when coming to this country, they're more than likely to vote Democrat anyways, even though they don't have the legal right to do so. So anyway, let's get into the article. This is what I was talking about, though, right off the bat. Let me close this out. About them trying to spin this here. Their lead-off sentence. They go right after that into it. It's funny because their lead-off sentence. President Donald Trump said Friday he's considered declaring a national emergency to help pay for his long-desired border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. This isn't about helping to pay for it. This is literally he could declare a national emergency and just build the fucking thing. And we would have to fund it as a country, regardless of what the Democrats wanted. That's legal too. See, so this leadoff sentence and then the next long one sentence here, they try to slant things. It's fucking hilarious. They don't think people are actually going to watch the video and see what Trump actually says himself. So I mean, they've already laid the groundwork here of he's doing this to get it paid for. No, he could just do it and it would be paid for and it would be done. Wouldn't need approval. See, they're trying to ignore that fact of the congressional approval and it would just get done and the Democrats would probably end up looking like shit. The president, when asked by ABC News senior national correspondent Terry Moran during a press conference, acknowledged that he would consider declaring a national emergency to help get funds to build the wall for the security of our country. See how they take this quote out of context? This is what I'm talking about. You just literally watched the video and saw what Trump said. Did he say that he would do this to help get the funds to build the wall? No, he said he would do this and just build the wall, and he has the right to do it. But see, they don't want that out there because they expect the average person to just read the first couple sentences of the article and go, oh yeah, well, video, I'm not going to sit through a video. And maybe they should. See, this is a prime example of propaganda and lies being used by the legacy media to try to slant something and twist things so that they mean something completely different. So instead of Trump saying, I could just declare a national emergency to build a wall, he's saying he would declare a national emergency to get funding for the wall. Are you fucking kidding me? They really think people are stupid. Trump did not elaborate on details of such a process. Well, he basically did. All he needed to say was what he said, which was, well, I can do this. I'm trying to work with them. If they want to work with me, good. Otherwise, fuck them. I'm going to do it. I will do it by declaring a national emergency. That's what he said. There's no need to elaborate on that. He was pretty fucking succinct in what he wanted to say. Earlier Friday, multiple sources familiar with the ongoing discussion told ABC News that options could include reprogramming funds from the Department of Defense and elsewhere, a move which would circumvent Congress. Yeah, you could do that. See, this is what's fucked up. See, it would still get built any which way. They're trying to say it would secure some of the funding. See, they're trying to play it like he would get the money some other way. But they're ignoring the idea of congressional approval for the wall, so on and so forth. Okay, they're ignoring that big fucking, flag of how the Democrats could get fucked. It's a big waving flag going, hey, look at me. This is where the Democrats could get fucked. And they're going, don't look over there. Oh, nothing to see. And the thing is this should be covered under things like the Department of Defense because it is a matter of defense of the nation. I have no problems with that. Sources tell ABC News the discussions are still on the working level, adding that there is a range of legal mechanisms that are being considered before such a decision is announced. What legal mechanisms? He declares a national emergency and gets to build the wall. There's not any, thing complicated to that. The discussions have intensified as the president is now 14 days into a partial government shutdown, facing newly empowered House Democrats who are refusing to budge issues of wall fund, or refusing to budge on issues of wall funding, it should say, not budge issues of wall funding. Oish. What the hell is it with the legacy media not proofreading anything these days? Yeah, and the reason why they're refusing to budge on wall funding is because they want no wall there, because they want people to just be able to freely fucking cross into the United fucking States. Use common fucking sense, people. We are not doing a wall, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Thursday, calling the proposed structure an immorality. Excuse me? How is a wall immorality? Bitch, you live in a fucking house with a wall around it. Take down your fucking wall and let people into your goddamn house, you stupid bitch. Holy shit. This is what I love about the Democrats. Literally, a wall is immorality, yet every one of those motherfuckers, for the most part, live behind walls, especially in their home districts. Huh. I guess they're not really that immoral to them on that note when it comes to protecting their home, which to most Americans, this country is their home. They want to protect their home. They want to have a wall around their home like you have walls around your homes. A wall is not immoral. Denying someone the right to put a wall around their home and protect their home is immoral. The fact that you think that you are not doing a wall and are going to win, Trump can literally gridlock you motherfuckers till the 2020 election. And he'll probably, even doing that, will get more popular and he'll get reelected. Because people will notice that with all this shit shut down, things are still going on. Shit gets done. And with his core, they will not they will get more and more fervent with him. And he will bring more people to his side because people will see how unreasonable you are being as the Democratic Party. The administration is holding meetings Friday through the weekend and into next week to continue discussions on next steps, according to officials. It is not immediately clear who would be part of those meetings. Well, I'm sure if Trump sent them, these people aren't going to be happy campers walking the fuck out. And I mean that in a good way. On Friday, the president said he had a productive and very, very good meeting after talks with top Democrats and other congressional leaders, at the White House. Why did I say figures? Leaders at the White House in an effort to end the partial government shutdown now heading into a third week. Yeah, it would be really fucking easy to end the goddamn thing. Give him $5 billion so he can build the fucking wall, which ain't going to build much of it, but it'll fix actual areas where we have high traffic that people have fucked with what we have there, like fencing and shit like that. Plus, extend on the border wall, whatever the hell they were calling it these days. So, I mean, just you give him $5 billion, which isn't a piss in the bucket in comparison to the rest of the budget. Give him $5 billion. And the government shutdown ends. It's really that fucking simple. See, the Democrats, though, they think they're in charge just because they got the House back. They don't realize they don't have shit for fucking control even with that, because the Senate is still controlled by Republicans. The president is a Republican. They don't have shit. But they're going to push this issue, and they're going to keep making themselves look worse and worse and worse. Just minutes earlier, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer told reporters outside the White House that Trump told lawmakers in their nearly hour-and-a-half meeting that he is prepared to keep the government closed for a very long period of time, months or even years. And I say fucking right. Goddamn fucking right. They want to play hardball. Trump. We finally have a Republican, okay, that is not going to cuck to them, that is going to play hardball back, that isn't going to put up with their fucking shit, and supposedly he's the bad guy. I don't care if he's if he was a Republican and independent or whatever. Okay, he's going up against the establishment, all right, and he's not going to cuck to them. He's not, in on it with them. He's not a fucking spineless piece of shit that'll cuck to them, and they don't like it. He can do that, and you know what's funny? He can seriously shut the government down. The longer it's shut down, the more popular he's going to get. They don't realize this, or they do, and they're afraid to admit it, and they think that they can, bluster and thump their chests and scare people. It's not going to work, though. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called the meeting contentious. One administration official described the current executive action under consideration as clearing the way for the construction of roughly 115 miles of new border wall strictly on land owned by DOD, which would make up roughly 5% of the more than 2,000-mile border. That's fine by me. I got no problem with that. And this is what's funny. Now that they go into this, he could face legal challenges thing. But see, they forget about something called eminent fucking domain. And not only that, because like the other articles have, but like they talk about eminent domain, they have the power to use eminent domain. I mean, they're building a wall. And the fact of using, say, the military and stuff like that, they're seriously trying to spin this here. But there is also a good chance the president will face legal challenges. This is not the first time the president has suggested using the military to build a wall, nor it is the first time he has suggested the situation amounts to a national emergency. Now, what the funny thing is, okay, see, the reason why they're saying legal challenges and they bring that up. Okay, well, what about the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers? Those are military personnel doing public projects. Like building levees like they did in Louisiana and strengthening them and rebuilding them and all that other fun shit after Katrina and Rita. Okay, those are U.S. military personnel building levees. If they can build levees, they can build a fucking wall. It really is that simple. This is not the first time the president has suggested... Oh, I already read that. I apologize. Why the hell did I just go to reread that? In December, he tweeted he could use the military to build the wall if Democrats didn't work with him, and he's right on that one. declare a national emergency. The military can build that shit, and there's nothing they can do about it. I hate to break it to them. And then December 11 tweet, if Democrats do not give us the votes to secure our country, the military will build the remaining sections of the wall. And I got no problems with that. None whatsoever. Army Corps of Engineers, they are some of the best engineers and, construction workers out there on the note of the quality work that they put out. They build a wall. It's going to last a lot longer than the lowest bidding fucking contractor. I can tell you that much. The same day he told Congress leaders in the Oval Office, this is a national emergency. Yeah, because it is. We have caravans just wanting to run roughshod over the United States and fucking force their way in. That is literally the definition of a fucking national emergency. Holy shit. You have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people moving up on the southern border to come in on a free-for-all. They don't want to come in legally. They just want to get here. They don't care how they do it. If they can avoid legally, they're going to do that. They're just going to cross the fucking border. That's a national fucking emergency. Simple concept. A previous DoD statement has mentioned that the use of the Title 10 U.S. Code as a way in which the military can construct a wall. Yeah, I agree with that. The relevant section of the code reads, in the events of a declaration of war or the declaration by the President of a national emergency in accordance with the National Emergencies Act, 50 U.S.C. 1601, ATS... et sequence, or whatever it is there, that requires the use of the armed forces, the Secretary of Defense may undertake military construction projects and may authorize the secretaries of the military departments to undertake military construction projects not otherwise authorized by law that are necessary to support such use of the armed forces. Yes, exactly. Huh. See, he has the law on his side. He's trying to work with them, though. He could just say, fuck you, and make them look even worse. But he's trying to work with them. He's trying to give them a chance to save some face and not come out looking like total dog shit. But they don't want to do that. He just wants $5 billion. And if he goes the other route, he's going to build the whole fucking wall. And it's more likely going to be an actual fucking wall. They don't understand this, though. Because I've never had to deal with someone in the White House who isn't one of them on the note of, and I'm not even talking like Democrat or Republican, like party orientation, like one of them on one of these establishment career politicians who's, friendly with the deep state and the globalists and shit like that. He's not one of them. So they've never dealt with this. They don't know how to. However, sources insist such a declaration would only be a partial solution. It wouldn't result in Trump compromising with Democrats on their series of funding bills aimed at ending the current government shutdown that includes no money allocated for the wall. Okay. I got no problems with that. Fuck them. It would solve the problem of the wall, and then they can come with their hat in hand when they want to, act like adults and not petulant, act like petulant children. And then he can work with them at that point. At that point, they'll be broken and beaten, and they won't be able to pull the shit that they've been pulling. See, these politicians don't understand. They are only weakening themselves, and they're going to have to, at some point, literally show up there with hat in hand and go, can you throw us a bone, please? We look so fucking bad right now. Can you throw us a bone? And Trump will be like, well, what can I do for you? What do you want? I'll throw you some money for, for some social programs. How about that? Oh, no. And then on the whole fucking DACA bullshit, they'll have to cave on that too. See, they don't understand. This is just literally going to create a snowball effect with them. And they're going to lose with the DACA shit. It's going to keep snowballing, and it's going to go from one thing to the other with this whole wall immigration situation, and they're just going to keep losing. They're better off to fucking suck it up now and save some face, because by the time this shit's done, they're going to be they're going to be a little screwed when it comes to public perception and everything else. They really are. Some experts say the strategy may face an uphill battle. I don't know about that. Not on the note of Trump. I don't think that this is a real possibility given the restrictions already in place on how money can and cannot be used. Todd Harrison, a defense budget expert with the Center for Strategic and International Studies, told ABC News. It is against the law to use money for purposes other than it was appropriated without getting prior approval from Congress. Okay. National Defense, DOD. You're taking national defense money. You're building a wall in the name of national defense. I don't see a fucking problem with that. See, this is what's funny is they'll find some fucking shitbrick like this guy Todd, okay, who go, well, he can't do that. You know, he's sitting there. He's all fucking Trump deranged. All right. He's a little fucking retarded, you know, from brain damage, you know, because he spurged out so hard. His fucking hand is thumping against his chest. He's like, that's against the law. And he doesn't understand defense spending. You're building a wall in the name of national defense. It's fucking legal. I mean, I'm not a legal expert, and the common sense to me dictates that. I'm not a fucking genius. Well, I wouldn't call myself a genius. But compared to this asshole, maybe I am. Oh my God. I don't think declaring a national emergency would make a difference in this case, so I don't think their theory holds much water. Moreover, the president is likely to meet stiff resistance from defense hawks within his own party if he tries to use billions of dollars from military funding for something other than military purposes. How the fuck is national defense not a military purpose? We're talking national defense here. Department of Defense. We spend money on defense of the nation. Building a wall is an extension of said defense. Real simple concept. I love how this guy's trying to jump through all these fucking hoops here. Be like, oh, it wouldn't be legal. Then there are the hawks, you know, the war hawks. See, he's calling them defense hawks. They're fucking war hawks. And they're both on the Democrat and the Republican side of the false left-right paradigm. All right? And it's not about defense. They're fucking war hawks. Let's call them what the fuck they are. Jesus Christ. Syria. That was war hawks. Okay? Fuck. Iraq, Warhawks. Afghanistan, Warhawks. Every fucking war in the recent past, since September 11th, Warhawks pushing for that shit. Drone strikes, Warhawks pushing for that shit. You know what? Take a little of their money away. Maybe we wouldn't be involved in all these wars that we shouldn't be involved in. Pretty fucking simple concept. National defense is a military purpose. A wall in the name of it goes along those lines. Simple concept. I don't get how he doesn't get it. He probably does. He's just trying to be a dishonest fucking shitbag. A House Democrat aide said it would be completely unacceptable for Trump to use national emergency authority to try to build the wall using military funds, and that Democrats would likely challenge the administration's actions in court. The fucking Constitution says he can do shit like that. Oh my God. Challenge it in court all you want. It'll go to the fucking Supreme Court. Let it go there, you stupid fucks. Guess what? Odds are it's going to rule in his fucking favor. Especially with the way Ginsburg is going, he probably can get another one on by the time it gets to the Supreme Court. So go for it. That senile, cancerous bitch, she's on her way out. So they can draw it out till she croaks, get another one in there, and you're especially fucked. Go for it. He has the power to do this. If President Trump tries to use such thin legal authority to build his wall, Democrats will challenge him in court, said Evan Hollander, a spokesman for House Appropriations Chairwoman Rep. Nina Lowley, Democrat, New York. The president's authority in this area is intended for wars and genuine national emergencies. Okay. Asshole. Hello. Asshole. I hate to break it to you, but when you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of fucking people, was the latest caravan that's gathering right now, like 15,000 fucking people. When you have them, you know, and you already have thousands at the border, and a lot of them are sneaking across and shit, you know, from TJ and moving outside of TJ and doing it. That's literally the definition of a national fucking emergency. Our nation cannot handle such a massive influx of fucking people, especially people that want free fucking shit while they go and buy themselves Xboxes and fucking other toys. That's a national fucking emergency, literally. Holy shit. Anyone with half a fucking brain can figure that's a national fucking emergency. Oh my lord. Asserting this authority to build a wasteful wall is legally dubious and would likely invite a court challenge. Yeah, and if it makes it to the Supreme Court, odds are it's going to get thrown the fuck out, meaning on the end of the Democrats be like, get the fuck out of here, you idiots. He has the power to do that. Fuck you. It'll be ruled in Trump's favor. Almost definitely. Holy shit. A senior congressional official told ABC News that Pentagon lawyers informed Congress in 2018 that the president didn't have the legal authority to use military money to build the wall. Okay. What congressional official? I love this anonymity fucking bullshit. Okay, number one, probably a Democrat. Number two, odds are the Pentagon lawyer, I'm guessing, one of those ones on military spending, like Warhawks or, Deep State, which they tend to be one and the same. And they don't like the fact that money wouldn't be going to, the Deep State's buddies, in the military industrial complex. Because he does have the legal fucking authority to do this. Building a wall to protect the nation is literally national fucking security. Oh my God, there's not some fucking, this isn't like, some Democrat fucking justification like with Obamacare where, oh yeah, well this is justification under the we can do this constitutionally, and you look at the shit, it's like this long drawn out fucking, like it's like the alternative influencers network fucking map of how they justified it, and you're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure you have the power to. No, we do. That's what for them, that's fine. But when someone actually follows, like Trump, follows the actual Constitution and the laws as written. Oh, well, that might be problems with that. It's like, fuck you all. You're all stupid. You don't think people can see through your shit? Or you just don't care? See, and I love this. The next thing, though, is they try to say that, it didn't have the legal authority, but then they go, however, those conversations do not include discussions of declaring a national emergency, the official said. So they're like, well, it doesn't have the power, but national emergency was never discussed, but you still don't have the power. Maybe at least you'll think that. I mean, it's like, give me a break. A former member of the president's inner circle, excuse me, but you were referring to the president. Proper fucking noun. Capitalize the P. Sorry. You haven't been doing that since Obama came out of office because you don't, out of this infantile, immature, disrespect bullshit, you don't want to capitalize it. Grow the fuck up. You're supposed to be, writers. Proper fucking English. You are referring to the president as proper noun. Capital P. But yeah, a former member of the president's inner circle believes the move is possible. Yes, it very much is. The president has some limited authority to direct the Department of Defense to build portions of the barrier along the southern border, Tom Bossert, Trump's former Homeland Security advisor and current ABC News contributor, said. Yeah. See, he even works for ABC News, which is why they put him down at the very fucking bottom at the end of the article with saying this. Because if their own people at ABC News are fucking saying this shit, yeah, they look bad if they put that up front, because then it would be like, yeah, all right, this is non-news, this is fake news, Trump has the power, guess what? The Democrats better fucking work with him. Come on now. Depending on what the approach he takes, every option available to him comes with some structural constraints and will be met with congressional opposition and legal action. Even the very rare emergency authority that has garnered debate this week. Unless Congress acts, there is seemingly a significant limit to the amount of wall Department of Defense could build. There is seemingly a significant limit. How? The Department of Defense is one of our largest funded branches of, this, well, not branch, but departments of the federal government. They can't shift a few funds around. They get hundreds of billions of dollars. They can't shift a couple billion around to build the fucking wall. Give me a break. Oh, well, look at some of the shit that we're building for, like, military purposes, like when it comes to the Navy or any other branch of government. Maybe we don't need one particular ship or some shit. Right there, there's a couple $1 billion. Oh, there's some section of wall. I mean, just look at it that way. It's real easy to shift some funds around, cancel some contracts, piss off some deep state fuckwits, make the country more secure with the wall than with their bullshit. That type of stuff. The White House did not respond to ABC News' request for comment for the story. A Department of Defense spokesperson said, the Department of Defense is reviewing available authorities and funding mechanisms to identify options to enable border barrier construction. Yeah, see, they're looking at how they're going to do this regardless of the Democrats. And you know what? They're going to find a legal fucking way to do it. And all that's going to happen is the Democrats are going to sit there and whine and huff and moan and complain and piss. And yeah, they're just basically going to act like spoiled, petulant fucking children and throw temper tantrums for the next 2 years. And then they're going to think that they're going to beat Trump and he's going to get reelected. And then they're going to do it for another 4 years. Go figure. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.